So today we are going to continue our discussion on cyclic group. Maybe this would be the last lecture on this topic. Uh, in the last few lectures, I think we had 3 lectures on properties of cyclic group. So we have seen how we can generate two, two groups by raising the power on some particular elements, or when different power of some element, suppose A is member of G, and when different power of some element, for example A, generates the same group as A to the power J, and we have seen that what is the relation between I and J. Fine. In both the cases, when G is finite or G is infinite. Fine. And after that, we have seen also the if one generator is known, suppose G is cyclic group and this is generated by A. So if one generator is known, then how we can find the another generator of this one? Okay. So that was that A to the power K also generates the same group. If or we can say that A to the power K is also a generator. If the order of this one is equals to, I think it was like this, order of this one is equals to order of A and greatest common divisor of order of A and K. I think this was the formula. Yeah. Okay. So these are the things we have seen so far, and also one more thing which was much important, that we have seen that the number of generators of a cyclic group. So if the group G, which is cyclic, has order n, then the number of generator we can precisely write that phi of n, where phi is Euler phi function. Fine. And particularly with the help of this, also we have seen that how we can count the number of elements in that group. So order of this group is nothing but phi n. Okay. So in case if this is cyclic for some particular n, if this is cyclic, then number of generators would be phi of n. Fine. In this case, of course, for not for all n, this is not cyclic. N is not cyclic, but for some fixed choice of n, this gives us cyclic group. Okay. So this is this is the story so far. And today we are, I have planned to discuss the subgroups of cyclic groups. How come we can claim that, or what are the natures of subgroups of cyclic groups? Okay. In general, initially we discussed, suppose G is a group, and then there are so many subsets like this. Okay. So not all subsets are subgroup of G. So if H1, S2, S3, for example, they are additionally a group under the operation of G, then we say that they are subgroup of G. Fine. But what are they and how we can count the number of subgroups of a group? This is not known. Okay. So later on, we will see something. With the help of that, we can tell how many subgroups a group should have. Okay. Or can we precisely determine the number of subgroups of a group, of a given group, in particular in case if G is finite. Okay. And but before this is because this is a general case, so we will be seeing these all things in next chapter. But if we impose that G is to be cyclic, then we have some interesting results about the subgroups. Okay. So in fact, we will see that if a generator is known, then of course we know that another element AM is also be a generator under certain condition. So we will see, and then number of elements also we will see. And the number of elements of particular order in a cyclic group, we can see also that one. Okay. So these all the things we are going to discuss in case of cyclic group. Okay. Okay. So let us see. Before proceeding, let us see some example, because we are going to essentially prove the first theorem of today's lecture, that is fundamental theorem of cyclic group. It's first, there are three parts in this statement, in this theorem. So first statement is that every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. Okay. So the question is that what about abelian group? Is every subgroup of abelian group is abelian? That is the question. So that you can see, or you can prove or disprove. You can tell me tomorrow. But essentially, we have this result, and then we need to prove this one. Okay. So, but to better understand, let us start with some example. So let us have some example for. Uh, let us see what does it says. That first it says that every subgroup of cyclic group is cyclic. Okay. So for example, if you are taking, let us take it. Zn is always cyclic. So in particular, if you are taking Z5, okay, that 2 under addition modulo 5. Okay. So what are the generators of Zn? 1 is a generator, and then inverse of 1 is what? 4. 4 is also a generator. So how Zn not, but we are talking about Z5. Okay. Of course, Z5 the elements 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the elements. So two elements we got, these 1 and 4. They are generators, because order of 1 is 5, and then because 4 is the inverse of 1, so order of 4 is also 5. What about 2? Order of 2 is what? 2, what should be the minimum value, minimum positive value of n, such that this is equals to 0, n times 2. So what is the possibility for this one? Hello. Hello. Could you tell me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What is the possibility for this one, so that n times 2 equals to 0? This would be minimum natural number. 1 times 2 is equals to 2. 2 times 2 equals to 4. 3 times 2 equals to 6. 4 times 2 equals to 8. So this is 8 is nothing but 3. And then with the help of 2, I am getting 2, 4, 6. And 6 is what? 6 is 1. Okay. And then 5 times 2 equals to 10. And this is equals to 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all elements. So 2 is also generating all elements. So we have another generator 2, because 3 is inverse of 2. So this is. So except identity, every element of this group is a generator of this group. Fine. Okay. Okay. So now we can talk about the subgroup of this one. Okay. So how subgroups, if you're talking about subgroup, then let us take a subgroup of this. So 0 is essentially the trivial subgroup, and then S2. Can we have 0 and 1? 0 and 1. Is it a subgroup of this? This is the question. Hello. No, because if we add 1 plus 1, this is 2, and 2 doesn't belongs to S2. Fine. What about S3? If we are taking 0, 1, or 2, is it going to be a subgroup? No, because 2 plus 1, 3, and note that we are taking this operation only, the operations of group. So this is also not. Similarly, if we are taking 0, 1, 2, 3, this is also not. So finally, if we are taking, so there will be two subgroups, this one and another subgroup would be the same, Z5. There would be only 2 subgroups. Okay, so number of subgroups, there are 2 numbers of subgroups. So how many number of subgroups and what are the generators? This is we are going to see in the next theorem. Okay, then we have 2 subgroups, this one and this one, and both are the cyclic. Okay, and one is trivial, and another is the set is itself. So we don't have any proper subgroup which is a cyclic. But thing is that we have 2 subgroup and both are the cyclic. Fine. So the first statement, we have example for this one, and then moreover, if order of A here, so order of the group generated by A is equals to n. You know the this is equals to order of A. We have discussed earlier in properties of cyclic group. Okay. So if this happens, then the order of any subgroup of A is a divisor of n. Order of any subgroup of A is divisor of n. Okay. So here Z5, order of this is 5. Okay. H1, order of H1 is 1. Order of H2, that is Z5. Z5 is equals to 5. And both are the divisors of 5. So divisors of 5 are what? Are 1 and 5. So the divisors of 5 essentially gives the order of that. No, it is otherwise that divisors of this subgroup, order of the subgroup divides the order of groups. Fine, provided that the group is cyclic. Fine. And the next part we have that for each positive divisors k of n, A has this group has exactly one subgroup of order k. Fine. It means that for example, in our case, if we have take if take Z5, so this is Z5, and then we have there are divisors. What are the divisors? 1 and 5. There are 2 divisors because this is a prime number. Okay. So there are 2 positive divisors, and then what does it says? Positive divisors k of n, subgroup of this one, that is subgroup of Z5, has exactly one subgroup of order k. That is, it has 2 subgroup, namely of order 1 and of order 2. Fine. So it has one subgroup H1 of order 1 because 1 divides 5, and it has also another subgroup Z5. Fine. It has order 5. Fine. So I think you got the idea what it says. Fine. I took a very simple example. Other case, you can also take, suppose if you are taking Z6. Okay. So what are the divisors of divisors? Okay. Divisors of 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. There are 4 divisors. Okay. So the second part, if you see that if you take any element like this here, order of some element is n, then the order of any subgroup of this one. Okay. If this group is cyclic, then of course this will have some generator, like here 1 is a generator. Okay, at least this is generator. Fine. So we can also find the other generator. Then the order of any subgroups of A divides the order. The subgroup of A is a divisor of n. Fine. So what are the divisors? These are the divisors. Okay. And then what are the subgroups? What are the subgroups? Let us. They are exactly in 1 for each divisors of this one. So namely 1 is because this is an additive group. Fine. So 1 to the power n is 6. Fine. And then k. And possibilities of k are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Fine. Because this is an additive group, so we must have this one. Okay. In case of, okay, fine, times 1. Of course, this is going to be equals to. Now let us keep replace k by 1. So we have 6. 6 is nothing but 1. And then 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2, we have 3. And then 6 divided by 3, we have 2. And then 6 divided by 6, we have 1. I think, is there any, if you are missing something, Z6, so we have 1, 6, okay, 6, when, okay, this would be 0 because we are taking addition modulo 6, fine. So we have essentially 4 groups, so subgroups of Z6, fine. And note that the order of 1 is 6, and this is nothing but the order of Z6, fine. Okay. So just a minute, hold on. So I'm back. Okay. So I think you got what this theorem says. Fine. So let us have proof of this theorem. How come we can prove? There are 3 parts. First part, of course, there is no segregation in theorem statement of theorem, but I'm writing so that you can relate the proof and all. Okay. So the first part, what we need to show, G is a cyclic group. Fine. So G should have some generators, for example A, and H is a some subgroup of G. Okay. So it means that H should be generated by some element B. So this is what we need to prove the first part. Okay. So let us assume let G be cyclic.
Hello.
G be cyclic. Yes.
Sir, request है आपसे.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
सर ये जो आप रफ करते हैं ना सर, इसे साइड में रफ लिख दिया कीजिए, नहीं तो सर बाद में नोट्स पढ़ते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम होता है.
अच्छा, इसको रहने दें, मिटाया ना करें.
नो सर हाँ रहने दिया कीजिए, बट सर यहाँ पे इसको सर्कल कर दिया कीजिए या तो साइड में रफ लिख दिया कीजिए.
ओके ठीक है. सो
थैंक यू.
हियर आफ्टर आई विल डू लाइक दिस. ओके ठीक है. अदरवाइज रिलेट करना मुश्किल होता होगा, है ना? ओके.
यस सर.
थैंक यू. So let G be cyclic, and then suppose that G is generated by A. Of course, if G is cyclic, then there should be some generator, and that generator I am assuming that A. Fine, where A belongs to G. Okay. So what we need to assume, if H is a subgroup, you know, if H is a subgroup of G, then there are possibilities also that H may be trivial, that is only identity, or H may be exactly G. In both the cases, there is no problem, that there is nothing to prove, because identity, the group contains only identity element, is cyclic. There is no problem, and G essentially is by assumption is cyclic. Okay. So if or let us write like this. Let H be a subgroup, any arbitrary subgroup of G. Fine. If G equals to identity, that is G equals to the singleton E, or G equals to singleton E, not G, but H equals to, here it should be H. If H equals to singleton E or G, then nothing to prove. Fine. In both the cases, singleton E and G are cyclic. Fine. Suppose H is a proper subgroup of G. Okay. We are assuming that H is a proper subgroup of G. And then now we will claim that H is a cyclic. H is a cyclic subgroup. Of course, we need to prove, we need not to prove that H is a subgroup, but we need to prove that H should be cyclic in that case. Okay, fine. That is H is a subgroup of G, and this G is generated by A. Okay, so elements of H will be of the form A to the power something, because H is a subgroup of G. So elements in H are of the form A raised to power T, where T belongs to the set of integers. I think it is okay. Okay. But you know, because this is a proper subgroup of G, so not all powers of A will be in H. Fine. Some powers will be in H, and some powers will not be in H. Okay. So let us assume, let M be the smallest, positive integer such that A raised to power M belongs to H. Okay, and then this implies that because A raised to power M belongs to H, so all powers of A raised to power M will also be a member of H, because H is a subgroup of G. Fine. Or more precisely, H is itself a group. Okay, so it should be closed. Okay, so all the group generated by A to the power M should be in H. Okay, so let us assume that this is a star. Okay, so we need to prove what? We need to prove otherwise. Okay, that is S contained in the group generated by A to the power M. Fine. So now we claim, what we claim? H is a subset of the group generated by A to the power M. Okay. So for this, what we need to do? Usual process. Let us take some element in H. Okay. So let B belongs to H. Fine. B belongs to H. So then to prove this one, we need to prove, then we need to show that B also is a member of A to the power M. Once we are done this, proof will be completed. Okay. So B belongs to H would imply that B also is a member of G. Sure. And G is generated by A. So this would imply that B equals to A raised to power K for some K belongs to set of integers. I think it is okay. Fine, because G is generated by this one. Okay, the element A. Okay, so by division algorithm, there exist Q and R belongs to the set of integers such that K equals to MQ plus R. K equals to MQ plus R. Fine. This is because this is of the form a to the power k. B equals to a to the power k, and the elements, that is H is generated by what? No, not like this, but H contains. Okay, H contains element of the form like this. Okay, and we have taken M as smallest, such that a to the power M belongs to H. Okay, fine. So I'm putting in some square or rectangle area. Okay, so that's why, because M is smallest, so certainly because this B belongs to H, K should be greater than M. So we have all authority to divide K by M. Fine. We have all authority to divide K by M. Okay. So where R is the remainder, and certainly this should be greater than or equals to 0 and less than M. So this would imply that A raised to power R equals to 8 raised to power. So we can transfer this to this side. So we can write a to the power k minus m times q. So this is equals to a to the power minus m to the power q and times a to the power k. Fine. So I think because a to the power m belongs to H, and H is a subgroup, so certainly a to the power minus m is in H also. Fine. So therefore this belongs to H, this also belongs to H. All right, and H is a subgroup because these two subgroup, and hence it is also a group under the operation of G. So composition of these two elements would be in H. So this would imply that A raised to power R is going to be in H, where R between 0 and M. Okay, 0 and M. But by assumption, by assumption, M is the smallest positive integer such that A raised to power M belongs to H. But we have another element R which is less than M, but this also belongs to H. So what is the possibility? So we are forced to conclude that R should be 0. Fine. Otherwise, M should be not the smallest. R will be the smallest. So our assumption will be wrong in that case. So R should be 0. So once R is 0, so from here, this would imply that K equals to M times Q. K equals to M times Q. So therefore, K equals to M times Q, and this would imply that B, that is a to the power, I think b equals to a to the power k, and b equals to a to the power k. K is m to the power q. Fine. So b is of the form a to the power m to the power q. Fine. You got b equals to, b is generated by, in fact, b, this element can be generated by raising some power q over a to the power m. Fine. Okay. So this b, initially we assumed that this is from h, and then we are supposed to prove that we also member of this one. Okay, fine. And remember that this contains the element of the form a to the power m. Okay, a to the power m, and then square dot dot dot. Of course, this should be finite. Okay, if the subgroup is finite. Okay, in case the group is finite. Okay, in case the subgroup is finite. Okay, let us see. So this would imply that b belongs to what? B belongs to the group generated by a to the power m, and hence we have b, not b, but h contained in a group is generated by a to the power m. So this is, let us suppose this is star dash. So from star and star dash, we have h equals to the group generated by a raised to power m. And please do remember that m is the smallest. M is the smallest number such that a raised to power m belongs to h. So this should be remembered. Okay. So every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. So this we proved. Okay. Now let us see what is another part. So the second part is that they have given that if the group generated by A, or we can say the order of A, okay, from this order of A, or the group generated by the that particular element, or in fact we can also say that if a group is cyclic and has order n. Okay, this is also applicable for that one. Then the order of any subgroup of A is a divisor of n. Okay, so it means that what we need to prove? We need to prove that let us take the second page. Okay, so it means that if A, that is order of A, is equals to n, and this is nothing but order of A. Okay, then order of then h divides n. Okay, h divides n, where h where h is any subgroup of, fine. Of course, this is cyclic, so we can generalize it also, that subgroup of order of subgroups of a cyclic group, order of subgroup of a cyclic group divides the order of group. Okay, so I can make a note here. We have not started the proof until now, so but I'm just explaining what it means. Okay, the order of subgroup of a cyclic group divides the order of group. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. अगर आपको ये स्टेटमेंट भी दिया जाता है प्रूफ के लिए, ये वाला, ठीक है ना, इसको अगर दिया जाता तो भी आप कर सकते हैं. So let us start the proof. Though there is some different proof given in your book, but I tried to make it simpler so that it is easy for you to understand. So let us see. Let us see the proof. Let H be a subgroup of the group generated by this one, this element, and order of this group is equals to n, and this is nothing but the order of element. Fine. Okay. And because as we proved earlier that here, if you see here, the subgroup in this proof, the subgroup of the cyclic group, this cyclic group, they are essentially, if of this form, a to the power m, the group generated by some a to the power m, where a is generator of the group. Okay, so if you see that if G is cyclic, G equals to A, fine. If you are assuming this, and this is generated by A, fine. Then subgroups are of this form, fine. Subgroups are of this form, where M is the least positive integer of least positive integer such that a to the power m belongs to h. Fine. ये था. So इसका ऑर्डर फाइंड करने के लिए डू यू हैव समथिंग, एक चीज ध्यान रहे, ये वाला, ये चीज ध्यान रहे, इस ग्रुप का ऑर्डर इस एलिमेंट के ऑर्डर के बराबर होता है. प्लीज टू रिमेंबर. सो अगर हम a टू द पावर m का ऑर्डर बता दें तो इसका ऑर्डर तो बता ही देंगे हम, ठीक है ना. ओके, फाइन. सो ऑर्डर ऑफ h इज इक्वल्स टू द ऑर्डर ऑफ a टू द पावर m, पता है, ठीक है ना. एंड दिस इज नथिंग बट दिस इज इक्वल्स टू द ऑर्डर ऑफ a टू द पावर द ग्रुप जनरेटेड बाय a टू द पावर m. अब आप बताइए कि अगर a का ऑर्डर पता है हमें, तो फिर a टू द पावर m का ऑर्डर बता सकते हैं कि नहीं बता सकते हैं? Do you remember? This is equals to order of A, fine, order of A, and greatest common divisor of M and order of A. All right. So this is nothing but N divided by greatest common divisor of M and N. Fine. So this is equals to N divided by D, where D is greatest common divisor of m and n. Fine. So what we have order of h equals to n by d. G is the greatest common divisor of m and n. Fine. And clearly n by d divides n. Okay, fine. Are you getting what we were supposed to prove? We were supposed to prove that if H is a subgroup, if H is a subgroup of a cyclic group, then its order should divide the order of group or element that by which the group is generated. Fine. So हमने क्या किया, इसका ऑर्डर हमने कैलकुलेट कर लिया, और इसका ऑर्डर कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हमारे पास जो पहले फार्मूला था वो ले लिया. तो n by d n को हमेशा डिवाइड करेगा कि नहीं करेगा? हेलो, n को n by d डिवाइड करेगा कि नहीं करेगा? दिस इज इक्वल्स टू n टाइम्स n डिवाइडेड बाय n टाइम्स d. So this is equals to d. Fine. Okay. So I think it is clear to you. Okay. So let us see the third part. Third part essentially says how to find the generators. Fine. That is yeah, how to find this, how to find the generators of subgroups, because each subgroup is cyclic. Each subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. So certainly they will be having some generator, those subgroups. Okay. So in third part we are looking for that one. So the third part, for each positive divisor k of n, the group A has exactly one subgroup of order k. तो हमें क्या करना है, n, we are given n, and then we can find easily the positive divisors of n, and then they will be the subgroup, in another words. Okay, so let us see how we can prove. So let k be any positive divisor of n. So we claim, what we claim, that the group generated by a to the power n by k is the only subgroup of the group generated by a of order k. Fine. So thing is clear, I guess. So let us see the order of this. अगर ये सब ग्रुप है, ऑफ कोर्स ये सब ग्रुप तो बनेगा, ये साइक्लिक ग्रुप है ये, ठीक है ना, तो इसका ऑर्डर कितना होगा. सो ऑर्डर ऑफ a raised to power n by k, इस ग्रुप का ऑर्डर, एंड दिस इज इक्वल्स टू द ऑर्डर ऑफ a to the power n by k. Fine. This is equals to the order of element n, and then the greatest common divisor of n by k and n. Fine. n by k और n में, क्योंकि n जो k जो डिवाइड कर रहा है n को, so this should be an integer, and therefore certainly n by k will be less than n. Fine. और ये इंटीजर भी होगा, ये भी हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. सो इसमें से ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन डिवाइजर, बिकॉज n दोनों में मल्टीपल है, तो इसमें ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन डिवाइजर जो हमारा आएगा वो क्या आएगा, n by k ही होगा. सो n डिवाइडेड बाई n by k. सो दिस इज इक्वल्स टू k. ठीक. सो इट मीन्स हमने ये प्रूफ कर दिया कि कोई भी जो इस तरीके का सब ग्रुप है उसका ऑर्डर k होगा, और k जहां पे क्या है, व्हाट इज k? K is any positive divisor of n. Now we need to prove that this is only subgroup. So let us assume, so let H be any other subgroup of the group generated by A of order. Okay. So what we need to prove? We need to prove that H is कुछ और नहीं होगा. That is H is non-different than this one. Okay, non-different than this group. Fine. So okay. So since, because H is a subgroup of a cyclic group, so this should be of the form this should be generated by a to the power m, where a is generated of the original group. ठीक है, a to the power m, where m divides n. Fine. Okay, m divides n. So let us see further. So m equals to greatest common divisor. ये हम इसलिए ऐसा लिख रहे हैं बेटा, m डिवाइड्स n. लास्ट थ्योरम जो नहीं था कि सब ग्रुप का ऑर्डर जो होगा वो ग्रुप के ऑर्डर को डिवाइड कर रहा होगा, है ना, यही तो हम कर रहे थे. फाइन. तो इसीलिए हम यहाँ पे लिख रहे हैं m डिवाइड्स n. वहां पे जो प्रूफ में था फर्स्ट थ्योरम के प्रूफ में, वहां पे तो हमने m स्मॉलेस्ट लिया था सच दैट इसमें बिलोंग कर रहा हो, और समहाउ ये इसी से जनरेट भी हो जा रहा था. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? ओके, बट हियर वी आर राइटिंग we are not only writing that m is some smallest positive integer such that a to the power m belongs to h. We are clearly writing m should be a divisor of n. Fine. So this is coming from the second part. Fine. So m equals to the greatest common divisor because m divides n. So n and m. Okay. Fine. So therefore k equals to, of course, because we have assumed that this h, which is generated by a to the power m, has order k. So therefore this element should have order k, and this is equals to order of a to the power greatest common divisor of m and n because of this one. Fine. And we know that order of this element a to the power m is nothing but n order of that particular element and divided by greatest common divisor of n and m. Okay. And nm greatest common divisor of n and m is m. So this should be n by m. Okay. So this implies that k equals to n by m. Fine. So H is essentially the generated by, the subgroup generated by a to the power m, and therefore because okay, because m equals to, from here we can write m equals to n by k. So this is equals to n by k. Fine. Where k is divisor of n. So n by k is going to be integer. Always this should be always an integer. So h equals to a to the power n by k. Fine. So this completes the proof of this theorem. So I think we don't have much time now to discuss further. So I shall stop now.